Oh, wait a minute, bro. Valentine's Day is coming up and you haven't even thought about what you're gonna make your significant other, bro? Well, you just came to the right place. Yeah. So Valentine's Day is coming up. It is around the corner. We gotta get rolling, bro. Let's get this thing together. What can we do in a single day? Boom, boom, boom. It's nice, it's tasty, it's beautiful. This can all be done within one day. Everybody keeps asking for a date night video, so consider this our first one of many. We will be joined by my girlfriend to testify against these recipes, or testify for these recipes. Anyway, with that said, let's make this, shall we? I'm disgusted that so many people are here right now. Go home. Go home.
Okay, I get that it's a little late for the farmer's market, but this is the part where I just tell you, don't forget to get the best ingredients that you can, all right? This is for your significant other. It's gonna make a significant difference. That's my PSA. Now we're gonna actually go to the recipe. Okay, so first course. We're making a granita with mascarpone cream, and I know you're like, Josh, what the hell is that, bro? Don't worry, it's not that confusing. Now I made a golden beet and champagne granita, and to make that it was 2/3 of a cup or 157 milliliters of golden beet juice, which I juiced myself, which by the way, look, you can replace all these ingredients with just apricot juice or whatever juice you want. 1 cup or 236 milliliters of apricot juice, and half a cup or 118 milliliters of champagne. Like I said, all of which can just be straight juice or whatever. Then just gonna mix that together, pour it into a large enough pan so it creates a shallow layer about a ½ an inch tall, and then just place it into the freezer until frozen solid, about 3 hours. Now while you're waiting for that, you can prep all the other courses here, but we're gonna finish this one out. Once it's frozen solid and you're ready to serve, we're gonna make our cream. So in a medium-sized bowl, you're gonna add a 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of cold, heavy cream, and then just whip that until it gets a slightly loose whipped cream texture. Separately, you're gonna whip together 3 tablespoons or 51 grams of mascarpone, then just combine and fold until it's, well, combined. Now, okay, so granita is basically like a snow cone, sort of. You'll take your frozen solid liquid and then take a fork and just scrape the top of it until you get these nice little flaky snow cone-like things. Spoon that onto your plate on one side into a small mound. Spoon on a little bit of mascarpone cream. Next to that, you can add some fancy garnish. I got some micro chervil here, but you can obviously omit that. You don't have to be that fancy. It's like a palate cleanser.
Okay, so course number 1. This is a what did I make again?
A ganache.
Granita. A little bit.
That's so good.
What is your least favorite thing about me? This is my self-destructive behavior.
Probably how dramatic you are. Very dramatic, but it's also funny and entertaining.
Yeah, whatever, okay. Next course is one of the easiest pasta dishes of all time, Cacio e Pepe. So you can totally use store-bought dried spaghetti or Bucatini. I actually decided to make my own fresh Bucatini. Now to do that, you're gonna need 2 cups or 290 grams of all-purpose flour or double O tipo flour. Place it into a medium-sized bowl, create a nice little well in there, little pocket, and go ahead and crack in 3 whole eggs. Now begin whisking those eggs with a fork as you slowly bring in a little bit of flour, Once you get a shaggy dough, dump it out onto a work surface and then begin kneading. Now you may not pick up all of the flour bits, that's totally fine. Just keep kneading for about 5 minutes till you get a nice smooth ball like this. Then wrap it in plastic wrap and let it rest for 30 minutes. Look, you don't have to be as extra as me. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but if you do, there will be a link in the description for this attachment. And you're gonna turn your stand mixer on a medium-low speed while feeding your pasta extruder walnut-sized balls of dough. And you want the noodles to be about 9 to 10 inches long, or longer if you want. Do a little snippy snip, toss with some extra flour, and then rinse and repeat. Next, you're gonna get a medium-large pot filled with water, season it generously with salt, and bring it to a boil. If your pasta water ain't salty, you're doing it wrong. And well, add in your pasta. Obviously, if you're using fresh pasta, it's gonna be dramatically faster of cook time. Whatever pasta you're using, cook it just under al dente. Once your pasta's almost there, separate out 1½ cups or 355 milliliters of pasta water. Drain your pasta. Then in a separate saucepan, add enough olive oil to coat the bottom of the pan, about 2 tablespoons. Bring it to medium heat, and then once it's nice and hot, you're gonna add 2 teaspoons or 6 grams of freshly coarse ground black pepper. Now just toast that for about 30 seconds. Now add 1 cup or 235 milliliters of your pasta water back to the pan. It should immediately simmer. Now once it begins to simmer, add your pasta back to the water and let that simmer vigorously for about 3 to 5 minutes or until it's reduced by about 70%. Just add an extra splash back if it reduces too fast. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the grams here. Whoops-a-daisy. Then add 1 cup of fresh grated Parmesan reggiano and half a cup of fresh grated pecorino. Italians are having an aneurysm right now. Then immediately start mixing and tossing vigorously, quickly. Do not stop. This is an emulsification process. You gotta go, 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 till all the cheese is melted and everything is nice and emulsified into a beautiful creamy sauce. Then plate it up. However, when your noodles are mad thick like this, it's kind of hard to get a nice tall structure. Grate some extra Parmesan reggiano on top. And if you want to be extra, add some fresh grated black truffle. And when I saw those fresh noodles, I was like, damn, bro, those noodles look especially bodacious.
Second course. If you like Alfredo, you'll definitely like this. A little more,
It's a thinking man's posse.
Somehow you had 2 Bud Lights. You were plastered. And when we got to the car, I opened your door and I said, let's go home. And you know what you did? You ran away.
Okay, so the third course, this is the main course. We're gonna go hard here with a nice, thick ribeye steak. I've told you guys how to make this a billion times. It's on my TikTok. I have a video on this channel. Just make sure that it's a thick cut, all right? Thick, at least an inch. Get a pan rip-roaring hot, sear it on both sides, 2 to 3 minutes, till it's nice and crispy on the outside and medium rare on the inside. Baste it with butter, garlic, all that good stuff. Let it rest 5 minutes. Slice it thick with 37 C's. Put it on your plate and serve it with something nice and lax and refreshing like pickles. I've got some pickled shallots and I've got some pickled, well, dill pickles. Simple but effective.
Okay, so course number 3.
Oh man.
Tell the world what your favorite thing is that I make.
First time you ever made a steak for me. I thought I liked my steaks well done, but it was the best steak ever.
Would I ever serve you a well done steak?
Absolutely not.
I'll die before I do that.
The final and dessert course is going to be s'mores chocolate lava cake. Start off with 3 8-inch ramekins, butter them up so they're nice and greasy little piggies, flour the insides, tap out the excess, and boom. That's it, you're done. That's a stupid joke. Next, finely chop 6.5 ounces or 184 grams of dark chocolate, about 70% cacao. Then take a medium stock pot filled with just a shallow layer of water, bring it to a simmer, place a bowl on top that's not touching the water, add in your chopped chocolate along with half a cup or 113 grams of unsalted butter, and then just let that simmer and steam the bowl while continuously stirring until nice and melty boy. Then in a separate bowl, add 2 eggs and 3 egg yolks. Then with electric beaters, beat them on high, slowly adding a 1/4 cup or 60 grams of granulated sugar, and then finally 1 tablespoon or 21 grams of brown sugar. By the time you've incorporated all that, it should be nice, light, and fluffy and aerated like this. Pour that into your slightly cooled chocolate mixture, along with half a teaspoon or 2 grams of fine sea salt and 2 tablespoons or 21 grams of all-purpose flour. Then just fold that together until thoroughly incorporated. Evenly distribute that between your 3 ramekins. Place it in an oven set to 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 218 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. You want the outside set but the inside still undercooked. Pull it out of the oven, let it cool in its ramekin for 1 minute, then carefully run a knife around the edges, place it on an inverted plate, flip it over, give a little tappy tap on the bottom, and then carefully lift up your ramekin to unmold and unveil. Give that a light powdering of sugar, place some marshmallows on top, toast those marshmallows, and that's the darn thing.
Final course.
That's really good.
Jean-Georges. So shout out to him. What do you think is my weirdest habit?
You make random noises. I'm like, hey Josh, I need you to be quiet. I really need to like focus on this thing. You're like, yes, babe, absolutely. I will be so quiet. And then you'll just like make a random noise. Like Pepe's. Whatever.
I know y'all know about.
What's your favorite thing that I've made? Dry chicken breast with
It's actually usually not dry.
Hold up. It's burned chicken breast with uncooked rice, not fully cooked rice, with bell peppers.
Absolutely zero fucking salt. This sun's about to go down, so outro. Going to the outro.
No, we're not going to the frickin' outro. What's before the outro? The B-roll.
And that is it. So we made a 4-course meal for a significant other, lover, brother. Well, not that. Not that last one. That's anyway, so my 1,000,000 subscriber plaque came in, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so shout out to YouTube. Thank you guys for having that program and sending this stuff to us. It's pretty cool. You know, at first when they were sending it, I've always felt weird about those, not in a negative way. I just was like, I don't know how I feel about this, and I got it, and it's very gratifying. It's nice to have. So YouTube, Susan, you guys, hey. Loves and kisses. I went to go see Babish in New York, so that's pretty cool, huh? That's pretty freaking cool. So you guys were stoked about it. I was stoked about it. He's a super nice guy. We really hit it off. I feel like we did. I don't know. Andrew, I feel like we did pretty good, you know? But anyway, you'll be seeing some collaborative stuff from us very shortly. But with all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.
Ready? Josh. the most embarrassing. But you're my idiot.
Thank you. Thank you.
Penis. Creating things? You're like a little mad scientist. That says penis a lot.